No need to be recording nothing. Let this build up. Good evening, guys. Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? Welcome to tonight's live stream. Our final night out here in El Paso, Texas, as we continue on our U.S. southern border tour, now moving into Texas. And for the next 2 weeks, we will be exploring the southern Texas border, in which we will be bringing you guys coverage from multiple locations, but not just from the locations where everybody is showing you guys, like Eagle Pass and so forth. We're gonna take you guys to spots where you're not used to seeing on the regular. Once again, thank you, everybody. Once again, welcome. Let's wait for the stream to build up. What's up? No, ¿cómo está? Ahorita más al ratito y ahorita es mi última noche aquí. ¿Ya comió? ¿Sí? Ándale pues. Ahí traigo ¿Quieres un noche? ¿Sí? Yeah, it's rough. You're gonna see right now. Let me start real quick. Let me see that real quick. Let's do a quick hit on Instagram. Let everybody on Instagram know that we're live. was out here earlier and I saw the situation people were out here going through, I went ahead and I went to the Walmart. I bought bread and I bought bologna. The least I can do as a human after seeing some of these family units and some of these children, aside from me not agreeing in the way that they did things, I don't agree that anybody should suffer from any kind of hunger. There's kids out here that might not have ate today, that might not have ate in the last few hours because they are basically just going off of donations. There are no sponsors, there's no financial help right now for them, and they are pretty much just stranded, stuck here. So I went ahead and I bought some bread and bologna and I made them some sandwiches, and we're going to be passing them out first and foremost to the children and the women, and if we have some left over then possibly to the men, but first and foremost we're going to be passing them out to the women and the infants that are out here. Like I said, we're broadcasting on YouTube, and join us and maybe get a little bit of information as to what they're going through and what's going on down here in Paso. So thank you guys for joining, and I will be broadcasting for the rest of the evening on YouTube. See you guys shortly. Alright guys, let's go ahead and go for a little stroll. Buenas noches. ¿Cuántos somos aquí? Yeah, they have plenty of water. That's why I didn't bring none of that. Yeah, this is all just solely based on donations. So you're gonna see a lot of quick instant meals. You're gonna see a lot of bags of chips. You're gonna see a lot of snacks, cookies. You're gonna see a lot of pizza boxes out here because there's plenty of Little Caesars pizza out here. So you're gonna see that. And so this is pretty much what it looks like right here. So let's go ahead and move it on back here. Get out of the street. So basically here in El Paso has been getting slammed with about 1,300 bodies a night. And because of that, because of that, there is a overflow and an overcapacity of some of the shelters. Most of the people that you see here do not want to be in a shelter. They are not. My understanding from me speaking to other people out here and certain NGOs that were coming out here, these people, in fact, for the most part, are waiting for other friends or family members to come out of immigration, or they are being held, they're still being held in ICE. So a lot of them are actually just waiting for their friends, they're waiting for family members, and or some of them are simply waiting for people to donate to them, or people from home to be able to acquire enough funds for them so that they can travel on out of El Paso. Something that I also found out today was that as of early this morning, I know for a fact that they were offering bus rides to some of them early in the morning, and the bus rides are much more economic than the airlines. A lot of these folks cannot just fly out of here right away because they are no longer receiving any kind of monetary help from the government. They are not receiving, at least these people that you see here have not received anything. And so they're just basically out in despair right now. They've been out here going on 8 days now. 8 days now out here, and during the day you see them shift around the trees trying to stay under the shade. It's pretty, it's crazy to see, because you see right behind, there's the backdrop. It's actually downtown El Paso. This is not something that the residents out here are used to seeing. Border Patrol, I spoke about it earlier. Border Patrol is actually a little bit on the edge. They're a little overwhelmed themselves because this massive surge of people has just begun here in El Paso, according to Gloria Chavez, the Border Patrol chief for the El Paso sector. This has begun since September 1st of this year, where they started seeing an upward of 1,300 people a day. And that does not include gotaways. That's just the people that were pretty much strolling across, wanting to turn themselves over. That is a significant spike. And I think what adds to that spike is the fact that people started realizing that the river in Eagle Pass is in fact pretty dangerous, that it's not as easy as many of them thought it would be. So people are starting to reconsider and think twice about crossing through there. So there's different factors in all of this that comes into play. But again, in this particular sector, in the El Paso sector, there is no wall and there is no river to put yourself through any immediate danger. And so a lot of people are now contemplating coming down here. And Oscar Blue Ramirez actually spoke about this a few weeks back on Steve Bannon with Steve Bannon on the War Room, in which Oscar actually predicted and told us the next spot is going to be El Paso. It's going to be El Paso, and now we look now, and El Paso is getting slam dunked right now. So I don't see any Democrats out here right now. Oddly enough, our Congresswoman, to my knowledge, has not been out here, I don't have any knowledge, or have I heard from anybody out here that her office might have sent any immediate help for these people that are actually out here. Beto O'Rourke, the guy that's running for Texas governor, nothing No word about him, nothing at all. Those are the people that are in favor of having our borders open, okay? Those are the people that are in favor of having our borders open, but decline to come and help them when they are here at their doorstep. You know what Beto O'Rourke and his cronies are doing? They're secluding this old neighborhood, oddly enough, with a fence. This is Beto O'Rourke and his cronies that have all this locked down, and they literally secluded a historic neighborhood because they wanted to stick it to the taxpayers down here on a useless soccer field. It's nothing but corporate interest, and this is protected by a fence. Their property must be protected by a wall, by a barrier, by a fence. Not our border though. Beto thinks that this is okay, and I've yet to see him or anybody from his office or his campaign or when, with those goofy ass shirts that say vote for Beto out here passing out even waters or sandwiches. I myself could not stand the fact to watch all of these people suffer, and although I do not agree in the way that they came, I could not stand and just leave without doing at least a nice gesture, because a lot of these people are nice people. If we want to be pissed off at somebody, let's be pissed off at these politicians that we allowed into office. We've been complacent about replacing them, and now this is the problem that this is what they foot over to us. So I know that there's a lot of children here. I'm a huge advocate for the children that are coming across the border, and if this opportunity presented itself to me where I can actually come back after making them some sandwiches, predominantly to the kids and to the women, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I don't want to see any of you that you guys are upset or triggered, because at the end of the day, you guys are not in my shoes. You guys are not out here witnessing and hearing some of their stories, seeing the look in their faces. And so at the end of the day, it's just a human being a human to another human, and just having a heart and being kind. I don't want none of y'all to be nasty on the chats or judgmental. It is what it is. It's just a sandwich. Y'all don't have to be ugly. I wear my heart on my sleeve sometimes, and I can't stand seeing the kids out here possibly hungry. So I'm gonna go to my vehicle. I am gonna grab 2 bags of some sandwiches, some with mustard and mayo, and some with just mayo, but they're double stacked, and I put a little bit of cheese on there and everything. So you know, it's just a sandwich, but I made that with a lot of love, because I know that they've had it rough out here, and to be out here stuck for 7-8 days, man, that's tough, man. That's tough. So let's go grab that stuff right quick. All right. So this is my. Yeah, you should have been the whole time. Many people are here. Come on, we gotta walk fast. The security does not like us walking on here at all. Yeah, a little bit. Well, you can smell it right now. When we walk through there, you're gonna smell it. There's feces all over the wall. There's people sleeping in there right now. this is a fresh set of porta potties that they just put out here, guys. Oh no, let me mod my dude. Hold on. Where is he? My bad. I didn't want to be pointing at the porta potty.
Yeah, point it down this way.
Just hold it right there. Grab them. We're gonna walk back down that way. Let's start over here. These guys don't get as much. Stand steady here, bro, so I can pass them out. I'm just reading y'all's comments. I'm just reading. And with all of this that's still happening, they're still having parties downtown, which it's beyond my comprehension how they still want to be celebrating downtown. And I'm not talking about the migrants here. I'm talking about like the city. Let's put that stuff away and go for a walk, bro. They're good. Nah.
Taking the handle?
Yeah. Close it. Let's go.
I asked if you're putting
No,
this
I'm
inside.
taking it. No.
You said yes. And we start speaking Portuguese to you so you can understand what I say.
Wow, Mike, you're being racist.
No.
Wow. Come on. Let's go this way, bro. Oh, they tried to be nice.
That they were honest and not taking.
Yeah, they're just, they've been, I mean, people, luckily, when I was here, a lot of them were hungry.
Yeah.
I've been gone for several hours since earlier, so apparently more food came in, so that's good. That's good. When I left, I felt bad. And I know that when I left, people were asking if there was anybody I was going to come drop off food or give anybody food. I'm not an NGO. I don't know nothing about that. But I know that it wasn't going to cost me much to go and buy some bread and bologna and cheese. And
it shows that these people are a bit better character than some of the ones in the past because they were honest enough to say no and let somebody else have some food.
Yeah.
Instead of being greedy and taking what they didn't need.
Yeah. Really, the only people that grabbed anything right now was a few people that had kids there with them for tomorrow morning in case there's nothing that comes or in case they don't have any food. So.
Two of the guys started eating.
But this is downtown. This is the Civic Center. Right downtown. It's actually downtown. There are also Haitians here in El Paso. There's no Haitians out here, but there are Haitian migrants right now being sheltered here in El Paso. Like I said earlier, 1,300 people a night. That's a really significant number. That's big. That's big boy status. That's a big number. That's more people than what we were used to seeing out there in Yuma all last week. We got two more right there huddled up in the corner. Huh? No use. Or you didn't record nothing else.
Did you have a running?
You didn't record nothing else.
You wasn't recording?
No.
I was sure I was catching you on.
Come on, bro.
I thought you were recording.
Hey, interview me. I'd be more than happy to be interviewed. Interview me. Mine got the mama pit bulls. These are my babies. Go ahead. Interview me.
For what? I don't need to interview her. She was in front of the camera yesterday. Super hyped up. She's dragging toilet paper. I swear. It's not open. It's not, ladies. We changed the gifts and go. There's a new one. It's on the screen. giftsandgo.com/Border Network News, guys. No, I'm not collecting for nobody. I'm not a 501(c)(3). I'm not a charity. want to know where are the Democrats of El Paso that are always touting and wanting to prop themselves up as the saviors of the migrants. How is it that they still have these people out here going on 8 days straight with not even nothing over their head except for the tree branches? And during the day you see them move around the tree trying to catch the shade for themselves. It's rough out here, man.
University of Texas trying to get a hold of you.
Let's see.
He was one of the first ones.
Sorry guys. I was on the phone. No, they did not get no COVID test, guys. No buses tonight because they will be here early in the morning, guys. This always been like this. No, it hasn't always been like this. I've never seen them sleep out like this, you?
Always take them right when they come from the border.
Right away, yeah, I take them all in right away. There are porta potties out here available. They did provide them with some Red Cross sponsored blankets. I don't know if they came directly from the Red Cross, but they have the Red Cross on them. I know El Paso Fighting Hunger were the ones passing out those blankets earlier alongside some of the meals that they were providing for these people. So that was earlier today. And like I said, when I left, I know that there was a shortage of food out here, and which made me want to contribute one way or another. Not in a monetary way, but I went ahead and I bought food. I made them sandwiches, and I passed out a couple of them right now. I guess while I was gone for those several hours, more people from the community came by, dropped off more food and water. They have plenty of water. They've even got cots out here. They got some set up cots out here, so they're not directly, some of them are not directly sleeping on the floor, but nonetheless, it's not cool to be sleeping out here in the middle of the street.
People cruising around just looking at them and shit.
Yeah.
In the zoo. Because they're skipping socialism, this government doesn't want to help them.
Seems that way, right? It almost seems like that. See, I'm not the only one. Again, this is my last night out here. Tomorrow we will be out at a different location. Where they say where are the tents they were using. Just curious. They are actually, most of them are sleeping on top of them. They pulled them apart because they get hot. It's still too hot to sleep inside of a tent. So since they're not actually sleeping inside of them, they're kind of using them as padding for the floor. Exactly. Thank you to all of our moderators that are on here tonight. Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all putting up with me. I want to give that's all of their belongings, guys. That's some of their most of their belongings, a little bit of trash, but for the most part it's all their belongings.
And these people are being pretty good about putting the trash into the trash cans. In the past, others...
Jerry Lee, thank you so much, my friend. Greatly appreciate you. Barb, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you so much for supporting our channel and our mission out here. Thank you very much. Manny, wow, Manny, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. God bless you, my friend. Thank you very much. DJ, thank you also very much. Deborah, thank you very much, my friend. God bless you. Thank you, guys. I'm just your messenger. You guys keep us on the road. You guys keep us going. Thank you all for joining us. If you'd like to contribute to our live streams and our independent reporting, please visit givesendgo.com/Border Network News. This marks the third day of our Texas border tour. We started here 2 nights ago. We were the first ones out here on the scene. I'm glad that I finally saw other news networks trickling in on today and late yesterday. I'm glad that they're finally paying attention, but no other news network like Real America's Voice News out here, guys, is delivering on this massive border crisis that we are witnessing. So download the Real America's Voice News app. You can find it via iOS. You can also find it in the Play Store, the Google Play Store. You can download it onto your Roku. You can actually watch us on Dish Network as well, guys. Don't miss the lineup. Great people. Shout out to everybody working at Real America's Voice. Some of my footage from the last few nights has been picked up by news networks like Univision, for example. I know for a fact they even credited me. They gave me a good little shout out. So I appreciate all of you guys that sometimes take the time to screen record and then you guys actually tag me. That is much appreciated. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you very much for being on here with us this evening. guys can check out some of our footage. You guys can check some of our footage on Instagram. But you guys know what? Even more reliable than that is Getter, guys. Getter is going to be your #1 resource of open flow information, uncensored, and unless it's something really, really illegal or pedophilic, you're good on there. And I highly encourage all of you guys to start building your friendships and start building your following over there, because you can live stream on there, you can do reels, you can do updates. It is everything all in one. Getter is the place for everybody to be on there, guys. I'm telling you guys, sometimes you guys see these cars cruising through here and it's just, it feels sketchy. Anonymous, thank you so much for your support. Thank you very much. Oh, that's what it is. Those aren't migrants, are they? I was about to say. That's cool how at the end of the day, no matter what, our city's like so resilient. It's good to see that there's still good people no matter what. Like, no, yeah, and people, these people are suffering out here because they were incentivized to be out here. I get the frustration that a lot of people share in that sentiment, of which is like, oh, well, they came illegally. Yes, they did, but they're being allowed to do so. And so, if the shoe was on the other foot, and you knew that it would either take you 10 to 12 years to do things legally, or if you spent $4,000 up front, you're gonna get over there, a lot of people will take that risk, and I can't.
From a terrible country.
Especially from a terrible country. Like, I can't even be mad at that. What I can be mad about is at ourselves and at our politicians, that they're still sitting in power, that we've not done more, we've not organized, mobilized, and done more than what we should have. We've allowed this to get to this point. Only we have the power to change this back. But until we come together, otherwise, it might not ever happen. So when you're out here and you're actually witnessing people's faces on the floor, people's children defecating on the concrete here on the sidewalk, when you're witnessing stuff like that, it hits you, it softens you up. Do I agree in the aspect in which they came? No, not at all. I am not for illegal immigration whatsoever. I will always stand for legal migration. The fact of the matter is that I can't, no matter how rude I am or how mean some of you want me to be. That's not who I am. And two, that gets me nowhere. That would get me nowhere immediately with anybody out here. I'm not out here trying to be an activist. I'm not out here trying to hold a protest or trying to do anything like that. I'm out here trying to educate. I'm out here trying to get information and be able to extract the information and process it and dissect it and put the puzzle pieces together. That's what I'm out here for. I'm not out here to be rude or dismissive or judgmental. I could be, and sometimes I'm only human. Sometimes I get upset too, but for the most part, not happening. I'd rather just let the stream roll and y'all decide. Let's catch a different angle over here. How you doing? Hanging out, man. Not too bad. Where's Beto? Where's Beto? Where is any Democrat? There's not been no Democrats out here. This is one of the lawyers right here. small little gifts, your toiletries, whatever. There are lawyer volunteers and lawyer activists, guys, that will basically give free advice, that will come out here and pass around little business cards and tell the migrants, well, here you go, 15-minute free consultation, or 30-minute free consultation. And yeah, the consultation's free, but then they're gonna charge you $4 or $5 to help you, or do this or do that. Or sometimes they tell you that they're gonna help you get a job, and yeah, they help you get a job, but then they get a cut out of whatever you're getting paid, out of whatever these migrants are getting paid. So it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. These guys. Brian. Let me see. Brian. I don't see nothing on here, guys. this is basically how it's been out here in El Paso for going on 8 days, guys. 8 days. These people out here basically glamping in downtown El Paso. Most of them are actually waiting for other friends or family members to be released from custody. So as soon as they are released, it seems like people are pretty much leaving as their friends and family members are released. People appear to be like clockwork. As a new one gets here, the one that's been here the longest leaves, and so on and so forth. Where is Beto? That's a good question. Where is Beto? Where's Veronica Escobar? Where are these Democrats that love to tout that they love this, but yet they're nowhere to be found? We did hear stories of certain individuals that were planning on leaving early in the morning. I do believe that is still the case. A lot of them cannot afford the plane tickets because they're obviously pretty expensive, and you have to kind of buy them with plenty of time ahead of time for them to be, at a reasonable price. And so as people are coming out of the icebox or from detention, it is hard for them to be able to afford sometimes 2 or 3 tickets at a time and just pick up and go. That's not the case. What we've been hearing from these people is that a lot of them get robbed, and basically they get robbed right before they come into the country, is what many of them are telling us, by Mexican authorities and the organized crime that is operating south of the border. So camera a little more, a few more minutes, guys. Obviously there's not much other than them already lights out. A few of them are still awake. I know that there's a few of them still wandering, walking around downtown El Paso. As I witnessed before I got here, some of the people that we interviewed earlier during the day are out there walking around, socializing. It is about to be 16 de Septiembre, which is basically Mexico's Independence Day, and being so close to the border, it is something that is pretty much well celebrated down here at the border. So
September 16th.
That's today.
For the people who don't understand.
September 16th, guys.
One thing I noticed right now when I went to the porta potties, there's no trash can over there. So they're using the paper towels to dry their hands. Instead of throwing them on the ground like other groups have done, they're walking all the way around and using the trash can that's by the street.
Yeah,
And if you look around, there's not trash all over like these other groups have done when they come through here. You know, I've been able to go through town and see where they've had the migrant, the illegal aliens of the past come through. You can tell. You know, you see these trail of trash here.
Well, there's a van that just got here. So they're dropping off even more people. What are you doing down here?
Getting out of the halfway house.
Oh, nice. Good for you.
Yeah, I'm done, man.
You're done?
Huh?
You're done?
All the way done.
Good for you, big dog. Good for you, man. Stay clean, bro.
Hey, y'all ain't having that light, do you? Lighter?
Nah, man. Sorry. Yeah, that was people being released from the halfway house. There was actually a van dropping off people getting released from the halfway house. So, as y'all heard the gentleman, he completely finished. He's clean and sober. So, hopefully,
It's a success story.
yeah, hopefully he's got his new beginning and he stays out of trouble. Shout out to EPPD. Give them a little bit of light right there. Paso Police. Shout out to them. That's a good question. Manuel Moncada. I like questions like that. I have a question to the young Manuel Moncada on YouTube says, I have a question to the young people in the chat. Can you afford to buy a home? Can you afford to... Oh, I lost it. No. Manuel Moncada says, I lost it. No. Sorry, I lost it. That was a really good question. He wants to know, for the young people in the chat, can you afford to buy a house right now in this market? Oh, I have a question to the young people in the chat. Can you afford to buy a home during this time? It's a good question. Yo, all we need help with. See you later.
Closing up.
Venezuela had a middle class people with all kinds of industry. Then Google Chavez decided to crush the business. Yeah, a lot of these people recognize it, and a lot of these people from Venezuela are able to.
Oh no.
A lot of people are able to recognize and realize what's happening. Minutes and we're out of here. Take one more little cruise. Buenas noches. It's crazy, guys. It's sad. Have a good night. Que descansen. Well, guys, I want to thank you for joining us once again. Tomorrow we will be broadcasting from a different location. I will probably be hitting the road here in the next 20-30 minutes, and then hopefully tomorrow night we will be at an undisclosed location, but you guys are really going to appreciate it. So I will see you guys back on here tomorrow. Have a great night. Stay safe. I will continue to follow up the developments with everything that is happening here in downtown El Paso. Stay safe, guys. Have a great night. And like we always say, peace and love, because always, your country's first.